This video offers a short overview of the Fieldwork Placement module, which is offered as part of the Social Science programme in University College Cork. Students will note that there are two module codes, SS2024 and SS3030. It's important to note that the placement module is an optional module. Students may choose to do the placement in Year 2, or they may choose to do the placement in Year 3, or they may choose to do the placement in both years. However, some students will choose not to do the placement at all. Why do a placement? The placement can be an important part of the course, as it gives students the chance to see what it's like to work in an area related to your degree. This will help students to make more informed decisions about your career. The placement will also help students to put academic theory into practice in your chosen career area, to broaden your knowledge base, to gain an insight into your own personal abilities and aptitudes, to develop personal skills such as communication, team working and problem solving skills, to get an inside view of the world of work and how it operates. If students are doing the placement abroad, students get the opportunity to understand new countries and cultures. They can build self-confidence. Students may relate and apply the knowledge gained during placement to your studies. Students may be more mature and committed to their studies on return to college. Students can enhance their CVs and make it more attractive to employers. The placement can prepare students for postgraduate study and improve their employability. Some lucky students may be considered for a graduate job with the placement employer. There are a number of key elements to the placement module. Firstly, students must complete a minimum of 150 hours, which is roughly equivalent to 4 weeks full-time work. These hours are completed over the summer months, that is, after the student has finished their exams and prior to their return to college the following semester. The placement is organised by the student, but they may find guidance from staff members within the School of Applied Social Studies and should contact the programme administrator in this regard if necessary. Students are assessed on the basis of a report that they complete for November. In this report, students are invited to reflect on their practice experience, to discuss policies relevant to their practice placement, and to examine their skills development. Tutorials are offered to students on return to college throughout October and November in writing up this report. What kind of agency is considered appropriate for fieldwork? Social policy is a broad, encompassing area of study, and as such, a wide variety of fieldwork opportunities may be suitable for this module. Students are advised to choose an area that is of particular interest to them and their future careers. Such areas may include disability, working with young people, working in community or rural development organisations, working on issues relevant to housing, to health, working with particular social groups, for example working with travellers or working with refugees or asylum seekers. We encourage students to choose an area that they're particularly interested in and passionate about, and something that might be relevant to their future careers or to postgraduate studies. Students may be interested in undertaking their placement abroad and are welcome to do so as long as the work is relevant to social policy and that the students have agency agreement and an arrangement with a designated supervisor. Previous students have completed placements in areas as diverse as India, Kenya, Ghana, Botswana, South Africa, Romania and the United States. Students are strongly advised to do a placement abroad with a reputable agency, and many of these offer structured placement opportunities for students, particularly over the summer months. There are a number of important documents that are available to you through Blackboard that are relevant to the placement module. Firstly, students have been given a letter of introduction to the agency, which outlines the social science programme and the placement module within that programme. Students who are approaching an agency for placement should bring this letter of introduction with them. Secondly, many agencies will require evidence that students are covered by university insurance on placement. There are two versions of the insurance policy on Blackboard which are available to students. One of these policies is specific to HSE placements. The other is a generic insurance policy. If you're not sure which applies, bring a copy of both of these. Thirdly, there are two copies of the Fieldwork module registration form available on Blackboard. One is coded SS2024, the other is coded SS3030. Please bring the correct version with you. Again, if you've just completed your first year exams, you need to bring SS2024. If you've just completed your second year exams, then the module relevant to you is SS3030. The first page of the Fieldwork module registration form records student details and agency details and the agency student agreement. The second page of the form records details about anticipated roles and responsibilities of the student and also records details of your designated agency supervisor. It's important that these are completed and returned to William Thompson House. Contact details are on the final slide of this presentation. The fourth important document that students will find in the Blackboard folder is the placement evaluation form. This should be given to your designated agency supervisor to complete, and the agency supervisor will return this to the main office again to William Thompson House in University College Cork. It's important to note that students won't be assessed or graded on the basis of this feedback form. Rather, it's an opportunity for the agency supervisor to comment on your skills development and is intended to be a positive experience. Students may be required to undergo Garda Vetting. If so, it is the responsibility of the agency in which you're undertaking your placement to process this Garda Vetting for you. UCC is not in a position to process Garda Vetting for students for whom the placement is not a core component of their degree programme. It's important to process Garda Vetting as soon as feasible and as soon as is possible because this can take some time. Finally, if students have any queries, they're advised to contact Phil O'Sullivan, who is the Programme Administrator on the Social Science Programme in University College Cork. Phil will be able to respond to any of your queries relevant to the placement module. Thank you for listening and the very best of luck in this fieldwork placement experience, and I hope it will be a very fruitful and productive one for you all.